Have you ever noticed that one person who stays completely calm when the criticism is flying or the drama is at its peak? No snapping back, no visible stress, they just glide through. In a world that is easily triggered by everything, these people seem to possess an almost superhuman level of inner peace. But psychology says that calm isn't random. It's not about being cold or emotionless. It actually reveals a rare form of emotional mastery and a unique brain architecture. Let's break down what psychology actually says about people who are genuinely unbothered. 1. They have an internal locus of control. Psychologists say most people have an external locus of control, meaning their feelings depend on how other people act. If a coworker is rude, they get angry. If a stranger judges them, they feel offended. The genuinely unbothered person operates differently. They have an internal locus of evaluation. They rely on self-validation. They know their worth doesn't change based on someone else's opinion, their mood, or their mistake. When they are criticized, they don't ask, "Why did they do that to me?" They ask, "Does this affect my core value?" If the answer is no, the comment loses all its power. That is a subtle sign of profound inner security. 2. They practice emotional fencing, not repression. Most people try to suppress their anger, which leads to burnout. The unbothered person never has to suppress because they use a psychological defense mechanism called boundary preemption. They establish clear, unwritten rules about what they will and will not allow into their mental space. If someone consistently brings drama, they don't argue with them. They simply reduce their exposure. If a situation causes unnecessary stress, they remove themselves. Crying isn't weakness, this isn't detachment, this is the ultimate form of self-respect. They protect their mental health by not allowing toxic energy to breach their fence in the first place. 3. They reframe anger as a voluntary decision tax. Intelligent emotional people understand a core truth. Getting angry is a choice, and it comes with a cost. Research shows that just one outburst spikes your cortisol, impairs your judgment for hours, and depletes your mental energy. The unbothered person sees this as a tax on their time, peace, and productivity. Before they react, they subconsciously run an equation: is being right worth the internal cost? They realize that 99% of the time, the cost of being bothered is higher than the reward of being right. They choose peace over performance. They let small things go, not because they're weak, but because they are strategically wise. 4. They use psychological distancing. When something genuinely frustrating happens, they don't internalize it as "this is happening to me." Instead, they treat the event as if it is happening to a friend. Psychologists call this self-distancing. It converts a fiery personal emotion into a cool, objective problem. By simply imagining the event from a third-person perspective, they access the rational part of their brain and instantly reduce the emotional charge. They don't disconnect from their feelings, they simply give their brain the space to process them without a meltdown. 5. They prioritize truth over social agreement. Many people get angry or defensive because they are desperate to be understood or to win a minor social disagreement. They chase approval. The unbothered person is chasing authenticity. They value their own internal truth and self-awareness more than external approval. If they are confident in their own actions, they do not need to fight to convince others. Their quiet confidence allows them to hear criticism without reacting, because they know the opinion of 1,000 people cannot change the fact of who they are. They are internally secure and need no vote from the outside world. So, next time you notice someone who seems effortlessly calm, don't assume they're detached or have no passion. They might just be more emotionally intelligent, have stronger boundaries, and be more self-aware than most people around them. They don't need to fight to win, because their peace is the ultimate victory. If you love understanding why people think and behave the way they do, hit that subscribe button right now, because on this channel we don't just scroll through life, we break down the psychology behind it.